basketball. The Springboro Panthers at the Fairmont Firebirds.
Springboro wins the opening tip, and then Fairmont gets a turnover there, or forces a turnover. Mushiga passes it down to, that was intended for, I don't have a 21 on the roster, so.
Lemelin on the ball. Looking for an outlet back to him. Top of the key, passes it away for three. No, front rim. Fairmont with the rebound.
Ashel Dunwoody with the rebound there for the Firebirds.
There's Ashton Adams. Calls in a little bit. No, there's Brown for three. No. And here comes Springboro coming back up the court. For three. Gets it to go.
3-point basket, Drew Greger.
For three. And here we got Kasul to take it up the floor.
Stolen away by the Panthers. Now pushes it up court. And no foul called. And then a travel.
What an interesting call from the ref. We saw him last week in the JV game. He promised he would do a backflip on TV if we were ESPN.
I don't think he said that.
He did say that.
I don't think so.
We can ask him after the game. Here's Brown. Is that McGraw?
It looks like it, yeah. McGraw getting some JV time as his varsity has dwindled a little bit. Logan Lowry with the bucket there.
Yeah, McGraw, a little odd to see him on the JV floor. He's played in all 12 games for the Firebirds this season. He has 8 starts. I mean, he's a decent.
Lost the ball on the way up, and then a turnover, or a bad shot.
That's the third leading rebounder in Swivel. G-Walk, Jada McGraw is. And there he is going to the hoop and gets it to go.
Ashel Dunwoody.
Oh, your numbers might be off from the roster because that was Dunwoody who had that layup there.
Dunwoody, he's played in 9 games.
Parker Shepard.
So still plays a lot. He has had 4 starts. He did not play in the last 3 varsity games, so this might explain why he is on the court today for the JV team.
Dunwoody passes it to Adams, it looks like.
Ashton Adams.
Like a 6-5 ball game. Pretty back and forth to begin the first quarter. Shepard on the ball. He's going to drive inside. Look for an outlet. Find Reinhardt.
His 3 is short, but he gets his own board.
Checks, no. Loses the ball. Loses the ball again, but recollects himself into the lane. Nice little layup and one. Gets it to go.
Drew Greger.
There's Greger, who has 5 of the 6 points for the Panthers here, or 5 of the 7 points here early for the Panthers.
We have Hilty checking in for Adams. Hilty is another player to watch for Fairmont. Last game against Centerville, he had a pretty good game. He had like 8 to 9 points. I remember correctly. Makes the second. Makes the end one. Here's Kasul to take the ball up the court.
Passes over to Brown.
Brown back to Kasul. Back out to Brown. Brown spins, loses the handle. That'll be Springboro's ball. Here is Parker Shepard. Finds Etheridge back to Shepard.
Feeds it down low, turnaround jumper.
No good. That was Daniel Reinhardt. A 6'9" junior. Very, very tall. And
Stolen back the other way.
Level line.
Dunwoody, ooh, they could have called him for a goaltending as it looked like he went up through the net.
Still gets to go, so it does not matter in the end. Great steal by Dunwoody. Level line, sorry. Brown over to Dunwoody.
Feeds it down to Hitley.
Back out to Dunwoody. Who will take it? No.
Shot no good. Offensive board. Dunwoody fighting for it.
And here we have Shepard taking the ball back up the court. Shepard looks like he's setting a play. Might be a screen. No. There's Gregor.
Feeds it down low, out of bounds.
That will be Fairmont's ball. Carter Lloyd is coming in for Dunwoody to give him a break with about 1:54 left in this first quarter. Here we have.
It looked like Kasul again bringing it up court.
Looks like he's going to do most of the point guard duties today for the Firebirds. Kasul loses the handle.
Springboro trying to break this press by the Firebirds.
Successfully do Shepard. On Kasul for three. Yes! Time out Firebirds after the three by Shepard to make it a 7-point game with 1:24 left.
This was a 6-5 ball game, and Springboro has scored the last 8. And really on fire, gotten a couple steals, easy layup opportunities. And right now Springboro is taking it to the Firebirds here early as we're about the end of the first quarter here.
Why do you think we've seen Dunwoody? Has he gotten injured or something? He hasn't played the last 3, just...
Not that I know of. I haven't heard or seen anything on social media or anything that he was hurt or anything. So outside of that, I don't know. Probably just getting some more playing time down at the lower level.
If I remember correctly, we did see him start for varsity last 2 weeks ago against that was like 4 weeks ago against Centerville.
Right. I think it was an injury start. I think somebody else was hurt. I think McGraw might have been nagging with an injury, so he had to fill in as the big.
He has 4 starts for the varsity team. He's shooting 36% from the field from varsity, which is not exactly what you want, which might
See if Fairmont can get something going here on the offensive end.
Tatum Brown to inbound the ball to Hilty.
You see Springboro's going to come out and play try to play a prevent defense.
There's Hilty over to Lowry, who we see the first time in the game. Back over to Kasul, into the corner. Tries to get to Brown, but throws it away. Just an odd pass from Carter Lloyd there. Not exactly what you're looking for when you just took a timeout, when you try to recollect yourself. That is not what you're looking for.
Inbound goes to Reinhard. There you see Gregor bring it up court.
And back to Shepard, who hit the 3 earlier.
So under a minute left here in the first quarter.
Shepard feeds it into the corner.
Almost stepped out of bounds.
Gregor able to maintain the ball in bounds, and now is going to look for a shot. Here's 3, does not get it to go, back iron, and that is Kasul with the rebound, and he's going to take it up the court. Fairmont playing slow, no, they have time. They have 34 seconds left here. Just look for the best shot. Here's Brown, looking over for Kennard.
Almost a travel.
Looks like the refs have been pretty lenient this game with their foul calls.
Yeah, surprising. Only 1 called here in the first quarter. It's kind of very low for JV as we're about 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Hilty's got to try to get a shot off, passes it. Shot will count.
There is 3 seconds left, 1 second, and time will run out before they can inbound the ball. And that will be the end of the first quarter for your JV MVCC game of the week. brought to you by Bumble Roofing and City Barbecue.
No, that's on PK. Yeah. Let me know if that red light goes on.
It's back on. Still on. That court, forget which one you put in, like that one. When you put it here,
Now that's me. But you got to understand, there's a lot of people in the district that were not.
Fouls on Springboro number 30, Clayton Perry, his first, team's first. In for Springboro number 2, Trey Jackson.
it's definitely this court. Oh, there we go. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, wait, can you hear me?
Talk. No.
3-point basket, Caden Brown.
Oh, but this doesn't work. I can hear you though. Okay, she's in a good game.
Brett Hilty for 3.
Why do you have 4 courts in the air?
3-point basket, Alex Lamline.
Because everything runs through this one. I just staged, yeah. I'll look at it again at halftime. I'm not worried about it. Yeah.
It's not that big.
Timeout Springboro, a 30-second timeout.
Okay, yeah, I'm back. I can hear myself now. Now the question is if you can hear yourself. Hello? I can't hear you. We're having some technical difficulties. We got Brown driving. Does not get the layup. Yeah. I can't hear him now.
In for Springboro, number 1, Jay Davis.
We use this at all? No.
In for Fairmont, number 11, Jadney Kasul. Fouls on Fairmont, number 1, Ashton Adams, his first, team's first.
Do you hear me?
Wait. Talk?
Do you hear me? You do?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, do you hear me?
I hear you. All right.
Okay.
Now we're good.
Fouls on Fairmont, number 11, Jadney Kasul, his first, team's second.
It looked like everything was right, and I could hear him at the beginning, but then I couldn't hear him. I don't know if it's messing with the PA guy, messaging us, and it just mutes it or something.
It's all your fault, Jerry.
Yeah. So we'll just go with the half, or pick it up at the second half.
Pretty exciting game here.
Fouls on Fairmont, number 1, Ashton Adams, his second, team's third.
No, not that.
Fouls on Springboro, number 1, Jay Davis, his first, team's second. Logan Lowry, shooting 2. In for Fairmont, number 20, Jackson Overfield. In for Springboro, number 3, Brock Etheridge.
And like, or adding cilantro on top of.
It's time for the Farmers Insurance and the Belon Insurance Agency's Big Shootout halftime event. Tonight's game day sponsor is Highfield Door Sales. Two contestants will shoot free throws in 30 seconds. Both will go home with a t-shirt and gift cards from our sponsors. Tonight's contestants are Liam and Noah. Are you ready, gentlemen? "30 seconds on the clock. Wait for me. In 3, 2, 1, shoot! "20 seconds. "10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tonight's winner is Liam.
Welcome back to our JV MVCC Game of the Week presented by City Barbecue and Bumble Roofing. Here is Springboro to inbound the ball to start the second half. There's Parker Shepard. He's had a pretty good first half. We saw him hit that three early in the first quarter. Here is Shepard on the ball, driving, kicks it out, mid-range, no good, front iron. Rebound, Parker Brown. Brown looks, finds Lowry, and that is over to Dinwiddie, over to Kasul, back out to Dinwiddie, and Brown up the baseline, rejected by Reinhard.
It'll be Springboro or Fairmont's ball inbounding now underneath the basket. Gonna go Dinwiddie now. Comes back into, that is Lowry.
That is back Kasul, little hop step, does not get it to go.
Dinwiddie fighting, and he will be called for the foul. That'll be his first.
His first of the half for the Firebirds. It's 18-60 game. Firebirds a little bit back and forth. Springboro had control, then Fairmont had a good run to end the half. And
loose
ball. Springboro attains possession. There's Drew Greger, back over to Shepard. Shepard not called for the double dribble. And that is a foul
on Brown, or Stringer.
Ashton Adams. That is the team's second. That is Ashton Adams' third foul of the game. It is only the third quarter. He is in foul trouble. That is passed into the backcourt to Lemeline. Over to Shepard, back to Lemeline. Finds Etheridge into the post. The 6'9" junior. Little hook shot, no. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Dinwiddie running the court, beats a guy. Pass gets tipped out of bounds. That will still be Fairmont's ball. And still no points in this third quarter with 5:40 left. And the inbound will come from Hilty over to Caden Brown. Brown passes it to Lowry, who gets it to go. Sorry, Hilty gets it to go. Kasul knocks it out, and that is Fairmont ball. What a play by Kasul, putting the team on his back.
There's a replay off of the inbound pass. Down low to Hilty. Hilty almost knocked it out of bounds. Gets it back up to Dinwiddie.
There's Dinwiddie over to Kasul. Into the corner to Brown. Brown thinks about it, no. Over to Dinwiddie. He's thinking about it inside. Lost the ball. Here comes Springboro. There's Shepard for three, no. And Dinwiddie with the rebound. He is by far the biggest guy on this court, along with Daniel Reinhard.
6'9", yeah.
Daniel Reinhard. And there, they pass it out to Logan Lowry. Lowry drives to the hoop. Does not get the layup to go, gets his own rebound, puts it up, no. Airballs it, there's Kasul, loses the ball, foul is called. That is on Brock Etheridge.
It's a first foul on Springboro this quarter.
That is his first foul of the game. Dinwiddie looking to inbound it, finds Kasul. Kasul loses handle of the ball, and that will be Springboro's ball with 4:10 left in this third quarter in your JV MVCC Game of the Week.
It's just mental mistakes here the Firebirds are making. They're giving Springboro a chance. I mean, only a 4-point lead, but they're letting Borough hang around.
You never want to let that. Shepard, who we see can be dangerous, goes to the hoop, left hand finish, gets it to go. And that will be make it a 2-point game as Dinwiddie brings it up the court. Finds Hilty, Hilty at the elbow. Back out to Lowry. Back to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie makes a move. Fires it over to Brett Hilty. Hilty. Over to Kasul. Pumps. Brown pumps. Looking for a pass. Over to Kasul. Great ball movement here from the Firebirds, but very good defense from Burrow, not letting any openings for any shots here.
And Burrow's defense has made Fairmont hold on to the ball about 45 seconds now.
There's Hilty. And Kasul. Good pass. Hilty does not get the layup to go.
Brown almost come in and got the steal there.
That was a great cut.
A little bit of a jersey tug.
Good pump. Tries to take the charge, and it is called a charge. Blocking foul, sorry. I did not see what the... And that'll be
the second on Dunwoody.
Dunwoody tried to take the charge, did not have his feet set.
He'll take a look at it here. Dunwoody, nope, feet were moving. Nice call there by the refs.
And he will make the first. Will Drew Greger, the sophomore. He is 6 foot tall. And he has 7 points this game.
We are tied at 20 now.
It's been a pretty good back and forth clash here in your JV MVCC Game of the Week presented by Bumble Roofing and City Barbecue. Dunwoody is here to inbound the ball. Looks like there's a couple substitutions made by the Firebirds. Here is Hilty, gonna take it up the court. Finds Dunwoody at the logo. Kasul over to Dunwoody. Dunwoody tries to fire into the post, intercepted. And here comes Burrow the other way. No, does not get the layup to go. Dunwoody fouled, loose ball foul, and that will be on Daniel Reinhard, the 6'9" junior. That is his first of the game. And if you are the Firebirds here, you want to score on this possession. Maybe they were patient the last couple trips. Maybe a little bit more urgency trying to find out, and that is not what you want. As Reinhard gets a steal.
Greger looked like it might have been poked from behind.
And Hilty will find Kasul. Kasul's gonna make a couple moves over to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie, mismatch. Little push there, nothing called. Does not get it to go. And Springboro back up the court. There's Shepard.
His three is
no good. Dinwiddie with another rebound. Has been a machine under the hoop, cleaning the glass for the Firebirds. So that is an important swap by Reinhard to take away almost guaranteed points from Kasul if he catches that ball.
Kasul was out of bounds. He can't be the first one to touch it when he comes back in. So Fairmont's lucky that he said it was Reinhard that knocked it out of the way?
Yeah.
Fairmont's lucky that Reinhard got a hand on that first, because if not, it would have been a turnover for the Firebirds.
The inbound will go to Brock Etheridge. And Shepard, point guard, back with the ball for three. Air ball, very short.
That's a bad take.
If you take that running, he could have set his feet. He had a little bit of time.
Yeah, he just rushed that one completely.
But he's only a freshman. He will learn. He's at 5'8", but he still has time to grow. And maybe we will see him here on the varsity game of the week in a couple years.
I was about to say, not tonight.
Not tonight.
Trying to feed a backdoor cut. Hilty up and good. That's Fairmont's first bucket since they led 20-16 with about 4.5 minutes left in the third, or 4.5 minutes left in the third.
That was a beautiful cut by Hilty. He's had a couple of these backdoor cuts, and a timeout is called.
Had to, or Springboro was going to lose possession on a on the backcourt violation.
That was... Hilty has a couple of those cuts this game so far. Just getting backdoor, nobody there to really defend it. And if you are Springboro's coach here, if you are Peyton Fisher, no, sorry, Nate Cox. Nate Cox.
I know their rosters are not labeled that well.
Yeah, Peyton Fisher's the cheer head coach. Nate Cox, the JV head coach. You want to make sure on defense that you have someone in there just looking for that backdoor cut, because that is what this Fairmont offense is trying to do. Got 1:04 left in this third quarter. And the inbound.
Got to get it in.
And there is Reinhardt.
Ooh, that was as close as you'd get to a backcourt violation. I thought Reinhardt handed it off and he was in the backcourt still. Feeds it down low.
Reinhardt
hand in his face and leaves it short. Fairmont boxed out each other on that. That's something they'll talk about in film.
Dunwitty for three. Does not get it to go.
That's why he's left wide open.
A little wonky form there.
Not a three-point shooter. Back up to the top of the key to Shepard.
Shepard, who called his game. Nice little move there.
Nice move there by Etheridge. Got Mushiga, or Kasul, sorry, to be on a little bit of skates.
Here's Shepard. Kasul guarding him closely. Looks like they're going for screen. Gets it to go. Mismatch down low. Decides not to take it. Open three in the corner. In and out. And that is a clear foul on Kasul there. That is his second of the game.
See, I don't know if I really agree with that. Kasul boxing him out and then...
His arm was around his leg.
Yeah.
That's
because he's 7 feet taller than Kasul.
Well, Reinhardt was just blessed with genetics.
I don't think Springboro knows how much time's left.
And the buzzer will go. Oh!
I don't see how he got it off, let alone made it with hand.
And they call it in. Oh my goodness. What a shot by Parker Shepard. That is
Shepard from the logo.
Oh, what a shot from Parker Shepard. Nobody saw that one coming at all. And that will bring some momentum to these Panthers. And it will thrust them to a 1-point lead right at the end of this third quarter. We see a couple highlights from this quarter. That was an amazing shot from Shepard. None of us were expecting that.
No, Springboro was taking too much time to dribble. I mean, Shepard was dribbling out too much, it seemed like, and
I thought for sure that, I don't know if he released it on time, but I think just let it in because it is JV after all. And we are all set for our fourth quarter. Kasul ready to inbound the ball to Dunwitty. And that is what happens. Dunwitty gets double teamed, finds Kasul.
Hilty three. Nope.
Leaves it short. Dunwitty tries to get the rebound. It does go off of a Springboro player, so it will remain Fairmont Firebird ball. Looks like Hilty is going to be the inbounder here.
I'd watch for Hilty to get the ball right back.
Watch for
off the inbound.
Watch for the backdoor cut eventually. Kasul. And Hilty over to Overfield. Overfield into Dunwitty, into the corner for Kasul. Pump. Little jumper, gets it to go. Good little layup.
Well, that's Kasul's first points of the whole game. I was about to say, I thought he made a bucket or two in the first quarter, but That's his first points of the game. Deep one.
For Gregor, no good. Hilty's not going to touch it. Smart play from Hilty, and that will be Firebirds ball with 6:09, 6:08 left in this fourth quarter.
And I'm going to say, though, if you let the three go like that, you got to box out a little bit better than what Hilty did, because it looked like Gregor was coming and could have smacked it off of him before it went out of bounds.
It's fed into the corner for Overfield. Nice little cut by Hilty. Foul is called. Travel.
Adams and Shepard come back in for Fairmont and Springboro, respectively.
And there is Shepard on the ball. We saw him hit a half-court shot out of nowhere at the end of the third. See if he has a little bit more magic
Right
left
from
inside
about
of him.
there, where he just had the ball.
And deflected off of Adams, and it looks like he probably jammed a finger or something. Not a good feeling, that's for sure. There's the inbound to Shepard. Shepard sizing up Kasul, gets the screen. Shepard. And into the corner for Shepard. Jab step. Foul is called.
Foul is on
Hilty. His first foul.
First of the quarter for Fairmont, too.
It's been a long possession for Springboro, still nothing to come out of it. There is Shepard. And that is over to Gregor. Gregor makes a spin move.
Feeds it down low to Reinhardt.
Reinhardt, a little bit, maybe a little bit of a block there, but here comes Hilty. Hilty over to Kasul. Kasul into the corner. Kasul loses the handle. Fast break for the Springboro Panthers. No, two missed layups for Lemeline. He gives himself a little bit collapse to psych himself up maybe.
Oh, here's
Can't
a
let
three.
that. No.
That one was attempted by, was that Carter Lloyd that's out there? Or no, that actually might be Jaden Hawker.
Maybe. And there's the spin around jumper, gets it to go. That was a Drew Gregor. That was a nice little fadeaway shot. Shades of Kobe Bryant maybe in this Springboro Fairmont JV game. Shades of Kobe Bryant, would you agree?
Because Kobe hit it a million times?
Yeah.
Sure. 4.5 minutes left here in our MVCC Junior Varsity Game of the Week, presented by City Barbecue and Bumble Roofing. A 1-point lead for the Springboro Panthers, and is what has been, can you really call it a back and forth affair when it's a low scoring one?
I don't know. It's a good defensive game.
There's been a lot of turnovers in this game as well.
Well, we have seen that a lot in our JV games of the week, but I mean, it is still back and forth. It's just back and forth, running up the court, not much.
Not much scoring. Ball is not going in the basket as much as they're running up and down the court. But that will not be the same for the varsity game we got coming up between these two schools. These two put on, I think Fairmont won
by 5 last game. It was 53-48 for the Firebirds. We will go into the specifics of what happened in that game as we preview the varsity game of the week a little bit later. But here is Kasul to take the ball up the court. Finds Hilty. Dinwiddie drops it over to Brown. Kasul makes 2 defenders miss.
Kicks up Dinwiddie. Awkward shot.
In and out. That was halfway in, and it just took an odd bounce. Unfortunate for Dinwiddie.
Playing a little bit of a press there.
And
ooh, most could have been called for the travel.
There's Shepard
Shoot
out
it from there.
to Gregor.
Shoot it from the volleyball line.
We saw one of those today. From that man right there, Parker Shepard. Another nice bucket from him today. That'll put him at 12 points. And he, right now, is the best player on this floor. That's out to Kasul.
You're getting this excited for a JV game. I'm going to have to keep you on a mic mute button for varsity.
I get excited. I love basketball.
There's a
three. Yes.
I don't think it's a three. I don't think that's a three.
And it's wrestled away and no good, but it's called out of bounds.
I want to take a look at that last three-point attempt. I think his foot was inside the line. It'll be Adams' three.
Here we go. Nope, that's a three.
Okay, then
that was a good three.
I looked over at the monitor and he was already behind.
There's Ashton
All right,
Adams.
There you see both of his, I know both of his grandmas right there in the corner. So they're happy to see that.
There's Brown.
Her granddaughter and his older sister is a key player in that starting five for the Fairmont girls' success they've had this season.
There's a nice feed in, blocked by Daniel Reinhard. What a block. Huge block to not let Fairmont take the lead as we see the replay potentially. As you're not looking, there's a three from Parker Shepard. Sorry, from Drew Gregor. And there's the block by Reinhard. Dinwiddie with the fadeaway jumper, no good.
Brown fighting for the rebound, though.
Dinwiddie is left on the floor. Here comes Springboro. Trying to take a bigger lead here in the game. They were leading at 6 at one point in this game. Trying to rebuild it. Little fadeaway, gets it to go. Reinhard, beautiful bucket. Gets his team psyched up.
That's his first bucket, and that's surprising. I'm surprised Springboro doesn't run more offense through him. He's considerably taller than anybody that's guarding him.
We have seen him on a couple screen plays, though, getting mismatches for Shepard, and that's a three for Dinwiddie. Shepard.
They say he was inside the arc, I guess. Only popped up a 2 on the scoreboard.
As I was saying, you see Reinhardt set a lot of screens, especially for Shepard, because when he has big, unshifty guys on him, he can make them look foolish. And there is a pick and roll. Reinhardt gets it to go. 2 straight baskets for Reinhardt. That is some great offense we're seeing here from the Panthers. And now slowly, and Dinwiddie loses the ball, and that is going to be Springboro's ball. Dinwiddie is frustrated with himself. Here we see the pick and roll run, textbook by these Panthers. No inside help, and nice little reverse layup from Reinhard.
The Firebirds overcommitting on the guards and leaving the big man open.
Shepard gets Adams to miss. Shepard, little spin move.
Reinhard was in there, and he was almost a blocker for the Firebirds.
There's Shepard.
Both teams have 4 fouls to give, if you're wondering about that.
There's Gregor. Gregor, who's heated up slowly in this third and fourth quarter. He has 13 points, leading score on the day for both teams. Shepard gets out of it somehow for 3. No good. Back iron. Rebound, Dinwiddie. Both him and Brown were up for it. He gets it. Kasul inside, and 1 does not get it to go. Will just be 2. He looks all right. Shooting 2 will be Kasul at the line. Looks to be in a little bit of pain.
That's what happens when you try to go up and throw yourself into a shot. Go up strong with both feet.
He was looking to draw the foul, which he did. You don't like the band? It's horrible in the room. As we have the Fairmont Firebird Band rolling in today for this anticipated varsity matchup between the Panthers and the Firebirds. It was good last time at Springboro. It should be a good game today at Fairmont.
Kasul misses both
Free throws, and they will not foul. Little trap does not work.
I think they were trying to foul, and the refs are just not calling it. We're getting
There
this
we
game
go.
done.
There's 27 seconds left. 25, sorry. 5-point game. They still have 3 fouls to give.
See, that's where Fairmont missing both of their, or all 4 of their free throw attempts in this quarter has come and hurt them.
And it always comes down, especially in high school, I find myself saying this a lot, that you win these games at the foul line. A lot of bad free throw shooting teams. For example, last week when we were at West Carrollton, Piqua, if they would have made their free throws, that game would have been a lot closer, a lot more intense. And there's another foul, this time on Dunwoody. And his third. But they're just trying to force a turnover on the inbound pass, but there's just not enough urgency from Fairmont to really match up correctly and force a turnover or a timeout at least from these Panthers. As you see these players just running free and thrown away, but still gets it somehow is Shepard. Who else? Now with 14 points, the most in this game. Brown, no,
The iron. He had
and
to
Kasul
take an awkward shot. Brown did. The defender was right there in his face. Springboro was almost called for the 5 seconds here.
That was just a miss by Adams, and Shepard just walks through. Easy as pie. And 12 seconds left in this game. And
Springboro's got to get it in.
timeout, Springboro. Full 60 seconds. They're going to talk about this inbound play, and they're going to delay the varsity game to Jared's disdain.
You're up 6. Throw it a full 3/4 court pass to get it in. I mean, you had the area behind. You could have lobbed it into Gregor or Shepard.
We saw Piqua doing that a lot last week. They love that long pass over the top, but they didn't hit their layups, which is what you do if you risk such a long pass. You can't miss those layups.
That's why hopefully when we come out of here, go back to this inbound play, we can go to the far end of the court and we'll just watch how Fairmont leaves so much room wide open that Springboro could easily throw a spot to half court. Now here Springboro comes out of their timeout. 11 seconds left.
We have Lemeline to inbound the ball. Springboro
got away with it.
And that's a foul on Dinwiddie with 9 seconds left. That's his 4th, but shooting 2 at the line, does not get the first to go. It would be a miracle somehow, 7 points in 9 seconds. Sounds a little bit like, forgot his name.
If you're gonna bring it up, you gotta know the name.
What an interesting noise that was, if you heard that. And Parker Brown, another contested 3, blocked by Lemeline, and that's how this game will end. 37-29, Panthers over the Firebirds in your JV MVCC Game of the Week, presented by Bumble Roofing and City Barbecue. You don't like the energy.
Good evening and welcome to James S. Trent Arena. Please direct your attention to the southwest corner as we introduce some special guests with us tonight. We're excited to introduce a special group of basketball players. During the months of January and February, this group of kindergarten through second graders have been waking up early to work with our varsity girls and boys basketball programs on their skills. One day you may see these early birds representing the Fairmont Firebirds on this very court. Please give the early birds a big round of applause. The next special group of guests we're happy to welcome tonight are our future Firebird boys basketball teams and cheer squads. Both these groups have been working hard this season and have continued to build their Firebird pride in hopes of representing Fairmont at the high school level one day. Here are your future Firebird boys basketball and cheer squads. Second grade blue basketball coached by Michael Molkin and Heather Molchin. Second grade gray basketball coached by Steve Grasso and Steve Datz. Second grade blue cheer advisors Lindsay Gonzalez and Chelsea McDougall. Second grade gray cheer advisors Shawnrika White and Hunter Salies. Third grade blue basketball coached by Dave Roloff, Jonathan Hauge, and Brian Merrill. Third grade gray basketball coached by Adam Geringer and Jason Moore. Third grade cheer advisors Ashley Thomas and Tiffany Dokes. Fourth grade blue coached by Brian Merrill. Fourth grade gray basketball coached by Andy Brown and Joe Arnold. Fourth grade cheer advisor Tabby Cox. Fifth grade blue basketball coached by Jesse Relaford, Seth Edgerton, and Andy Amstutz. Fifth grade gray basketball coached by Sean Garrity. Fifth grade cheer advisors Ashley Thomas and Amy Strozier. Sixth grade blue basketball coached by Don Packard, Jason Banks, and Chris Munch. Sixth grade gray basketball coached by Ryan Chappa. And sixth grade blue cheer and sixth grade gray cheer advisors Kelly Daly and Deshaun Conley. We are very excited to have early birds and future Firebirds with us here tonight. Please give the future of Firebird boys basketball and cheer squads a big round of applause.
stolen away, kicks it up court, up off the glass, launch a three from the corner, and it's good. 3 for 3 for the last 3 shots.
With a beautiful pass.
Gets it in the
Counted
foul.
and one. The beautiful attack.
He's going to launch a three and drills it. Adams lobs down low to Johnson, up off the glass.
You can't let this guy get open at all. He's just too dangerous. Nothing but nets.
That's from the volleyball line. Double team, ball stolen away, kicks it up court, up off the glass, launch a three from the corner, and it's good. 3 for 3 for the last 3 shots.
With a beautiful pass.
Gets it in the
Counted
foul.
and one. The beautiful attack.
He's going to launch a three and drills it. Adams lobs down low to Johnson, up off the glass.
You can't let this guy get open at all. He's just too dangerous. Nothing but nets.
That's from the volleyball line. Lobs down low to Johnson, up off the glass.
Is a certified sharpshooter.
Welcome inside Trent Arena in Kettering, Ohio. Oh, wait.
At this time, introducing the Springboro varsity basketball cheer squad. Senior Ella Six, Senior Kaylee Jacobs, Senior Maddie Rice, Senior Olivia Ingalls, Grace Hobbs, Kara Roberts, Karma Roberts, Lexi First, and Sophie Murdoch. Their coach, Allison Liddick. At this time, introducing the Fairmont varsity basketball cheer squad. Captain Madeline Spurk, Captain Chloe Weeder, Ellie Rowley, Alexis Wiggett, Brooklyn Brabston, Addison Cundiff, Madison Van Nest, Olivia Ringwald, Ayla Knowles, Emily Schweitzer, and Amy Osman. Their coach, Mara Walker.
Wrong.
All right, hello and welcome inside James S. Trent Arena as we get ready for tonight's MVCC varsity game of the week, brought to you by Bumble Roofing and City Barbecue. Jared Bergstrom joined by Lucas Romanowski.
Quintero Romanowski.
And we get ready for a G-Walk battle as the 5-7 Fairmont Firebirds are set to host the 10-5 Springboro Panthers, as Springboro is looking to avenge the 53-48 win that the Firebirds had down at their place earlier this year in our first boys varsity game of the week back in December. Lucas, what does Springboro have to do to try to get that notch here and get a win here and stay or get back above 500 in conference?
So, first of all, they have to get to the free throw line today. They only got to the free throw line 7 times last game against Fairmont in that game in December. Next, they have to get Carson Gutman going early. He's our top scorer. He averages 16.5 points per game, and he averages 6.4 rebounds per game, which is good for 5th and 3rd most in the GWA. They have to also make their threes. In this game in December, they shot 20% from 3. They went 3 for 15. And lastly, they have to limit turnovers. Fairmont has the same problem also. They both had 13 turnovers in the last matchup. If they want to win, they can't have that happen again.
And on the other side, Fairmont squeaked out a 5-point victory on the back of Evan Gentili, and our player of the game for that one was 20 points. But they also didn't have senior Brock Baker, who come back just before the holiday break, and he has been on fire since he's come back, averaging 12 points a game, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, shooting 86% from the free throw line and almost 46% from the field goal. Last game, the Firebirds want to put behind them as they're flying to the hoop game was just a bad one. Horrible shooting night for them, and Moles talking to him before the game. He goes, they want to slow it down and look for a lower scoring game in this one. If they can keep it in the low 40s, they'll be happy.
Yeah. I mean, that last game against Lakota West was just ugly.
Fairmont High School. Fairmont High School.
What is that?
Fairmont High School.
They're having some
Fairmont High School
technical difficulties here, and to get the PA going, that's what you're hearing.
We are experiencing some technical difficulties with the PA system inside here at Trent Arena. So give us a little bit more of a break. We can go over and go ahead and run down the starting
Fairmont High School
lineups with starting off with the Springboro Panthers. You're going to have number 0, Brady Gutman. Number 1, Braden Wilhite.
Testing 1, 2.
Number 10, Jaden Rambo. Number 23, Carson Gutman. And number 24, UV Bimwa.
Testing 1, 2.
And on the other side.
So it's testing. There we go. All right. Fairmont High School, through its athletic department and the Greater Western Ohio Conference, extends to each of you a cordial welcome to Trent Arena. The officials assigned to this game have been selected and assigned according to procedures adopted by the OHSAA and the Greater Western Ohio Conference. Tonight's officials are Larry McCray, Tyler Lee, and Andre Bumpus. We live in a great country with freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and in respect for all who have served our country, to defend our freedoms, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. And now let's get to know the starters, beginning with the visitors, the Panthers of Springboro High School. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 0, Brady Gutman. At guard, a 6' senior, number 1, Braden Wilhite. At guard, a 6'3" senior, number 10, Jaden Rambo. At forward, a 6'6" senior, number 23, Carson Gutman. And at forward, a 6'6" senior, number 24, UV Bimwall. The Panthers are coached by Brian Bales. And now the starters for your Fairmont Firebirds. At guard, a 5'11" junior, number 1, Caden Ralston. At guard, a 6'5" senior, number 2, Brock Baker. At guard, a 6'3" senior, number 3, Makai Bailey. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 14, Evan Gentili. And at forward, a 6'1" sophomore, number 21, Jaden McGraw. The Firebirds are coached by Kenny Moles.
Looks like we are all set for tip-off here in our MVCC Game of the Week.
So you're going to have Brock Baker go up against UV Bimwall for the opening jump.
Bimwall had a great game last game against Fairmont. He was 6 from 8 from the field. He's looking to have a similar game as the tip-off is won by the Firebirds. And Gentili taking it up the court. There's Makai Bailey, who hands it off to Gentili. To Baker. Baker over to Gentili. Fires it into Bailey. Baker.
Trying to, looks like they're feed it to McGraw. Gentili's going to shoot a 3. That one's no good.
It'll be a rebound for Bimwall.
And if you're a Firebird fan watching, you're hoping that it does not turn into like the last shooting game, and Gentili was 1 for 13. There's a 3 at the other end by the Panthers is no good.
Carson Gutman, the leading scorer for the Panthers, not able to convert.
Gentili over to Baker. Baker is going to launch one, and that one's no good. Both teams trying to get the 3-point shot going early, and both teams are unsuccessful.
Baker's been having a pretty good season after the injury. He's not been as good from 3, only shooting 20%, but it is expected after coming off of a months-long hiatus.
McGraw with the rebound, pushes it up to Gentili. Gentili to Ralston. Gentili hop steps down to McGraw. Out of bounds, it's going to go to the Panthers.
We got Bimwall ready to inbound the ball. And Gutman has the 3rd most assists in GWalk with 49 this season.
Drive, shot up and good for the first bucket of the game.
Jaden Rambo.
Gentili over to Baker. Feeds it down low, McGraw. McGraw up off the board.
Jaden McGraw.
Now you got now Bimwall guarded by McGraw. That'll be a good matchup to watch tonight. Should have been a foul called on McGraw. Out of bounds. It's going to stay with the, or go back to the Firebirds. Saw McGraw kind of had his hand over the, or his whole arm over the arms of Bimwall.
And that's just a questionable no call there. We did have one of those in JV as well, but these are different refs. Keep that in mind. But a questionable no call, maybe letting them play tonight a little bit more.
Baker feeds it over to Ralston. Bailey now back to Ralston. Gentili catch and shoot is good.
Evan Gentili.
Could have been a travel there. Looked like Gutman drug and slid that other foot. And nice circus shot there. Was that
Jaden Rambo.
Rambo has both buckets for the Panthers here early.
Kick ball violation on UV Benoit. And so far, we've seen a lot of shooting out of both teams today. Not Gentili finally hit the first three. We're not, other than that, been a little slow, but it looks like they're heating up as the game goes on.
Baker back out, Gentili. Gentili back over. Here's a catch and shoot for Gentili, and he makes
Evan
back-to-back three.
Gentili for three.
Benoit, he's going to drive in, spins, passes out top, and a foul underneath the basket. See who they call it on.
Fouls on Fairmont, number 3, Makai Bailey, his first team's first, and for Fairmont, number 5, Cam Thornton.
Bailey will be tagged for the foul. You see Cam Thornton checks into
And
the
for
game.
Fairmont, number 10,
And as well, Marlon Howard. Catch and shoot three off the inbound is no good. Benoit, Fairmont fans wanting an over the back foul called.
Goes up, gets it to go. That's Gutman. Expect to hear his name being
Carson
called
Gutman.
a lot in this game.
Gentili double teamed in the corner, down low to McGraw. McGraw through the contact, and I think he got slapped too.
Jaden McGraw.
They're really letting them play tonight. And here is Benoit, finds Will Height, who we see on the football field, and for three,
Oh,
the lefty.
Ooh. Baker pushes it up court quickly. I think he was trying to take a screen from Gentili.
Thrown away, intercepted by Gutman. And
Brock
here
didn't
comes
do that
Springboro.
many this times in the football season either.
They don't also throw the ball maybe 4 times a game.
Quiet. Be quiet about that. Hey, he won G-Walk Player of the Year.
For his running back skills
It's for his leadership.
and his option game. Read option, not RPOs. Anyway, back to Baker, who loses the handle.
Back-to-back turnovers for the Firebirds.
Back-to-back steals for Gutman. Gutman makes a move, goes up with it,
Lost
no
it
foul.
on the way up. He lost it on the way up.
I agree with the call. Gentili pushing the rock. Gentili cross court. Baker.
Thornton drives, kicks it out.
Gentili, the shooter, over to Baker. Thornton. More of a passing role lately now that Baker is back on this team. Gentili, very contested three. Good
Offensive
rebound.
Though by Hauer.
Marlon Howard.
Timeout,
Ticket
Springboro.
sales for the 50-50 raffle will end soon. Those can be purchased at the gate, and the winner will be announced at halftime. See a Fairmont Hope Squad member to buy your tickets now.
I can run down real quick.
Brooks D'Addario to the scores table. Brooks D'Addario to the scores table.
We can hear this in the broadcast. Lots of the scores table. Here is
Out of the Panthers timeout.
Davis to take it up the court. To find Rambo.
Gentile got a finger on it.
And that'll stay Springboro's ball. 6-point game here with 1:53 left in the half. So you can see pretty decent turnout today for the mental health game.
That's also because it's future Firebirds night too, so that's why the crowd's a little bit more full for the Firebird side, but Springboro travels well.
They always
especially
do.
when the team's good. 10-5 record coming in.
Yeah, they are 4-4 in league
I was about
play.
to say league play has really been detrimental to them so far. And it's kind of the, like I say, reverse opposite because Fairmont's a game under 500, but Fairmont has
They're
played
2 games under 500.
2 games
5
under
and 7.
500. They have played a hard out-of-conference schedule.
Yeah, and Springboro, if you look at their schedule, they've played some pretty weak teams. They beat a team from Kentucky, I believe, by like 50. So
Fouls on Fairmont. Number 3, Makai Bailey, his second, team second. And for Fairmont, number 11, Sawyer Newman. Number 2, Brock Baker.
you could hear there who's getting checked in.
Will Height, or no, sorry.
Rambo.
That is Rambo.
There's Drew Davis.
That's Meek. Lost the handle. Or no, sorry, that might have been Gutman, actually. Brock comes away with a steal. Pushes up court. Thornton back to Hauer.
Marlon Howard.
Three in transition. Oh,
wow.
my goodness.
Jaden
Three-point basket.
Rambo.
Jaden Rambo.
That's the Panthers' first 3 of the game.
The 6'3" guard. It's a decent three-point shooter. It shoots 25%, about 25%. Nice little 3 there to end the run. There's Newman on the ball, finds Cameron Thornton. Brock Baker to Gentile, spins, goes up with it, does not get the layup to go. Rebound, Bimwall.
And now the Panthers are going to slow it down with 15 seconds left. Hold for the last shot. See Newman going to come out and apply a little pressure. Thornton hand in the face.
2,
Gentile.
1, long
Half-court
shot. Go! What a shot by Evan Gentile!
Evan Gentile.
That 3 is huge. Gentile, 9 points, 3 threes in that first quarter.
And when Gentile is hot, he is very hot. As you can see there, what a shot by Evan Gentile. I mean, what a way to end the quarter for the Firebirds. And that is the second buzzer beater we've seen today. First one from Newman for the JV team. Make the lead 8 points. With 5 on the court to start the second quarter for the Firebirds will be Baker, Gentile,
Thornton,
Ralston,
Newman.
and Ralston.
So if you're keeping track at home scoring-wise, Gentile with 9 and Springboro with 9. It'll be Burrow's ball to start.
There's Gutman.
If you're Springboro, you got to come out here and make a basket because all momentum's on the Firebird side. A three here would be nice.
That's what they need.
3-point basket, Shaden Rambo.
Rambo has 10 of the 12.
And he already passed his average. He usually scores about 9 a night. So he's having a great game for himself, and it's only the second quarter.
If you would have told me that Rambo would have been the leading scorer for Springboro in the first, not alone the first quarter, but the first half, I would have been shocked. But I would have thought it wouldn't have been a 5-point game like it is right now either. Baker trying to set himself. As it looked like he was guarded by, is that Gutman?
Yeah, there he goes to the basket. Layup, bounces in.
Brock Baker.
Literally touched every part of the rim before it decided to fall in the net. Screen from, oh my, that's a big moving screen by Gutman on Thornton. Thornton mismatched size.
And that is what you see Carson Gutman do. He's 6'6", senior. He is the 5th leading scorer in GWalk. We have 2 top 5 scorers in this game tonight, the other being the 3rd leading scorer, Gentili. Into Gentili.
Almost a turnover.
Goes up with it and is fouled on the way up.
That'll be the first on Gutman. That'll be first free throws by either team.
Fouls on Springboro number 23, Carson Gutman, his first, team's first. Evan Gentili shooting 2. In for Fairmont, number 21, Jaden McGraw.
There's Gentili shooting the second. Already 11 on the night for Gentili. And he's having himself an excellent game. As we got Gutman.
Gutman over.
To a wide open Rambo, and he misses a 3. There's Brock Baker. Drives to the hoop, a little spin move. Up, does not get it to go. Rebound, Rambo. Little pass in. Yes, Carson Gutman. That is a lot what we see out of this team.
Gutman.
A lot of assists from Rambo, and of course Gutman with the finish. Here is Gentili. Over to Baker. Baker finds Ralston for 3. Yes, he does.
3-point basket, Caden Ralston.
Gets his teammates fired up with that 3. And they've got this place rocking. Rambo finds Gutman on the perimeter. Gutman serving the court. Looking at the other Gutman inside. Carson Gutman goes up with it, gets the 2 to go.
Carson
trims it down
Gutman.
to a 6-point game. There's Brock taking the ball up the court. Excellent game from the Firebirds offense this far. Very efficient. Good passing so far. Very selfless basketball here. We got Baker. Goes behind the back and loses the ball.
In for Springboro, number 11, Matt Meek. In for Fairmont, number 10, Marlon Howard.
And that is their 4th turnover of the game.
Timeout, Fairmont. A full timeout.
Yeah. Why should I talk if the PA guy's going to say everything that I say?
4:23 left in the quarter. 24-18 Firebirds over the Panthers. This game is presented by Bumble Roofing and City Barbecue. Why is all of Springboro, every single one of the girls in the section is blonde?
I don't know.
Coming out of the timeout. Springboro's ball is Jaden Rambo.
Take hope to the hoop, and middle school basketball players, please gather in the southwest corner with your team with 2 minutes to play in the second quarter of tonight's varsity contest. Thank you.
There's Gutman. Little pass to the other. Gutman fouled on the way up, and he will be shooting too. Clear foul by
Fouls on Fairmont, number 10, Marlon Howard.
Don't worry,
His
the PA guy will
first
say it.
team's first. Carson Gutman shooting 2.
Gutman, ice cold, making the first. Misses the second rebound, gets it to go. Jaden Rambo back on the score
Jaden
sheet.
Rambo.
12.
No, that's his. Or no, that was not Rambo. That was number 11.
That was Rambo. The scores table just put it in wrong. The PA guy also announced Rambo. Matt Meek. Potentially Matt Meek, actually. Anyway, here is Ralston into the elbow. No good for McCraw. And here comes Springboro down the other side of the court. Gutman finds Rambo. Pass intercepted by Newman, but he forces it out of bounds, and it'll be Springboro retaining possession.
In for Fairmont, number 2, Brock Baker.
Got Brock Baker checking in for Jaden McCraw. There's a little pass.
That goes into me.
Gutman, no. Rebound, Gentili. Gentili, an excellent rebounder. He averages 6 per game. He's good for 5th best in. Oh, that'll be a clear foul on Rambo as he somersaults over the Fairmont
Fouls on
player.
Springboro, number 10, Jaden Rambo. His first team's second.
Gentili over to Ralston. There's Howard finding Ralston into Baker. Great ball movement here from the Birds. Nice little recovery from Dunwitty. Oh, sorry, that's Newman.
Newman.
There's Howard. Newman, who was on JV a couple weeks ago now, playing up for the varsity team. And that'll be Fairmont retaining possession of the ball.
In for Springboro, number 24, UV Bimwall.
UV Bimwall checking back in. Pretty solid player. Bear had a good game against Fairmont last time out, and there's Gentili. Fires a cross-court heave to Wilhite. Sorry, to Ralston, who loses control of the ball, and that will be.
And for Springboro, number 10, Jaden Rambo.
There's Baker to inbound the ball. Ralston out to Baker. Baker fires it across to Hauer. Hauer looking back to Baker. Baker to Newman. Newman to Ralston. Ralston to Gentili. Gentili looking for someone to pass to. Little jab, dumps it down to Hauer. Howard over to Baker. Baker to Gentili. Gentili, couple steps, gups up. Travel, wise, no travel, what? Is this officiating an out foul on Howard? Interesting officiating here. That was a clear travel, he jumped.
I think when Gentili went up, he didn't really have possession.
It was knocked out of his hand, but from here it looked like a sure travel. The only possibility is what you said. Definitely think that. Oh. Turn it off. And now here is Gutman. Gutman spins behind the back crossover, makes Thornton fall. Thornton, Gutman, no. And here come Fairmont. 3-on-3. Going fast. And now Springboro's ball. They went maybe a little bit too fast. And they lost possession of the ball. Thank God they turned it off. Only took it 2 quarters. There is Brady Gutman. Gutman looking for Rambo. Rambo, nice little layup for Rambo. That'll be 12 points for him tonight. Excellent game, greatly surpassing his average of 9. A game having the best game of his career so far, the way things stand. Anyway, here's Gutman firing it over to Rambo. Rambo behind the back, spins. Almost gets it to go. Rebound. Yes, gets it to go.
It's Matt Meek.
Bimwall with a nice feed to Meek, who puts it home after a sweet move from Rambo, but when he didn't get the shot to go. And here's Cam Thornton. Finds Gentili. Gentili, 2 men on him. Looked like Bimwall tried to block the pass with his foot. Anyway, Newman still loses the ball, and that'll be Springboro's ball.
Sloppy play by the Firebirds the last couple of minutes.
Here is Gutman to take the ball up the court. Couple crossovers, and now passing it into Bimwall. Bimwall back over to Carson Gutman, who lays it off to Meek. Now over to Rambo. There's Brady Gutman, one of the 2 Gutmans on the court today. Gentili with the steal. Gentili running up the court, gets the layup to go. What a great play from Gentili. Gets the steal, gets the layup, and that'll how the second quarter will end in your varsity MVCC game of the week, with Fairmont with 26, Springboro 25. You're in for a great game, and we will let the Fairmont band take it away for halftime.
While the Fairmont Firebirds and Springboro Panthers are rivals on the court tonight, we are all united as we take hope to the hoop in support of our peers and family members who are struggling. In 2021, 20.1% of adolescents aged 12 to 17 and 8.3% of adults reported having experienced a major depressive episode. These individuals go to school and work with you. They perform, compete, and create in our communities, and they are among us tonight. You are not alone. Hope Squad students work every day to break the stigma about mental health and suicide prevention. Join us in those efforts by supporting all those who have been affected by mental illness and suicide through open conversation and understanding. Let's show our support for these young people who are dedicated to spreading hope and positivity in the community with a big round of applause. As you leave tonight, be sure to scan the QR code to vote for an area nonprofit to benefit from tonight's fundraising efforts. And will the person with raffle ticket number 795127, again, that's winning raffle ticket number 795127, please see Mrs. Stickle at the announcer's table. You just won $134 in the 50-50 raffle. Thank you. We're excited to welcome our middle school boys basketball teams to Trent Arena tonight. Our middle school programs are working hard to grow in school and basketball IQ, which they're excited to bring to the high school level soon. First for 7 Navy, who are coached by Josh Jackson, James Burt, Hudson Lane, Gabe Emmons, Eli Wade, Colton Getzfred, Brooks Tadario, Dylan Nichols, Alistair Baldry, Jace Overfield, Jonathan Cunningham, and Jamari Jones. And for 7 Silver, who are coached by Austin Mefford, Jace McGraw, Colin Bear, Cameron Kenny, Reed Neergarter, Gavin Gamen, Paul Seeley O'Mara, Henry Deach, Braxton Jones, Campbell Boyle, Sam Broadstock, and Xavier Hammergren. Now for 8 Navy, who are coached by Dan Von Handorf, Brian Davis III, Tatum Horn, Brennan Kennison, Gabe Lambert, Bennett Llewellyn, Brody Rainey, Cole Stokes, Vincent Taggart, Carter Veld, Theo Von Handorf, and manager Kiefer Chapman. And finally for 8 Silver, who are coached by Lucas and Dalton Picklesmeyer, Jet Beck, Braylon Bohatchee, Nolan Carter, Sean Goldbranson, Ivan Jackson, Reed Newman, Malik Rucker, Channing Seaman, and Jaden Williams. Please join me in a big round of applause for our middle school boys basketball teams.
Here we are about to get started in this. Oh, getting ready to get started for the second half for your varsity MVCC game of the week, presented by Bumble Roofing and City Barbecue. Jared, what have you seen out of the Fairmont Firebirds that you've liked and something that you think they can improve upon in the second half?
Well, that last couple of possessions, about the last 2 or 3 minutes of that first half, they really got turnover happy and only scored 2 points. Springboro really able to get back into the game, forcing a few turnovers. Rambo having a, I don't know if it's a career night, but he is lighting it up. 14 points, leads all scorers. Gentili with 13.
Yeah, I was surprised. Gentili, when he pulled that half-court shot from nowhere, that was from beyond half court. That was insane to see. But it's a pretty close game here, as the first game was, 26-25. Coming back from the half, and we've got Springboro to inbound the ball. Here is Jaden Rambo, your game's leading scorer so far tonight. You're all set to go here in the second half as he inbounds the ball to Gutman, one of the two Gutmans on this team. Brady, nice little feed into Bimwall to take the lead for the Panthers, make it a 27-26 game with about 7:40 left in this third quarter. There's Brock Baker. He's gonna look for Ralston.
Yeah, Baker's got to get going. He only had 2 points in that first half. That three
Rattles in
halfway
and out,
down.
but it's a nice
Bailey.
Nice rebound from Bailey and put back. Here's Gutman. As there's some aggressive defense for Buck. Baker gets the steal and gets the layup to go and makes it a 3-point lead for the Fairmont Firebirds.
Maybe that's the basket to get the senior going. 3 in transition for Will Height.
And this second half has started off back and forth, 30-30. Here we go, only a minute has gone by in this quarter. And there's Gentili backing down his defender now, disengaging.
Gentili, Baker gonna drive. Awkward
Baker.
shot, but he's gonna go to the line for 2.
Foul on the way up.
That's gonna be, who do you tag it on, Bimwall or
Looks like it was on
Will Height?
Will Height. This is his first. Team's first of the half. And Baker sinks the first. There's Baker, and it does not get the second one to go. Bimwall with the rebound. He's been cleaning the glass all over the place on the offensive and defensive side of the court today.
Almost a turnover there for Springboro. Rambo deep 3 in front of his bench.
Little heat
Nice
check.
box out there by McGraw and Baker.
It's Baker over to Gentili. Double cover, does not matter as he hits the 3. Make it a 4-point ball game with 6 minutes left in this quarter. As you have Bimwall on the ball. Little feed to Gutman. Gutman trying to work through the contact, is not able to.
Loose ball finally corralled. Well, somebody's got to pick it up, and it'll be Ralston with the foul.
That will be his first foul of the game.
Team's first in the quarter.
There is Drew Davis taking the ball up the court. Haven't seen him a lot on the court today as we got him back on the ball.
Rambo thought about the three. I think he thought about it again. And a late foul called on Baker. That'll be his first, team second.
Looks like Drew Davis is ready to inbound the ball. And he gets it into Bimwall. Bimwall feeds it inside.
They're going to call a second foul on Baker.
And all of a sudden, a frenzy of fouls just piling up on the Firebirds. That is a third in the past minute or so. And the inbound intercepted by McCraw. McCraw heading up the court. Blocked by Bimwall. Excellent defensive effort by Bimwall, getting back, getting the block. And now Gutman is on the ball, guarded by Gentili. Little ISO ball on Gentili.
Knocked away.
Knocked away by Gentili, and here's McGraw again, finding Gentili, who drives, foul, and does not get the shot to go.
See, that's where Gentili had a wide open Bailey out here at the corner, or McGraw was over here on the right block that I think he could have passed it off for either for a better shot.
And there is the first from Gentili. And he has 17 points today. Already on the game, and we have 5 minutes left in this quarter. He usually averages 19.2 points per game, so he is pretty close to his mark for the day. Probably going to surpass it. Has gone over the last couple of games, averaged 20-something. 23, 24. 27 last game against Lakota West. Right here's Drew Davis.
Feeds it down low to Meek. Gentili steals it again.
There's Baker, over to Thornton.
They're going to, Fairmont wisely slows it down. 6-point lead here, about halfway through the third. You want to try to run your offense and slow it down, and Baker's going to launch a three.
Not the best look there. I don't think that's what you needed as Fairmont. You had the 6-point lead. You can slow it down a little bit, look for a perfect shot. But Baker just forces a defended shot. And there's a three, in and out.
McGraw
and McGraw again.
McGraw
There's
was
McGraw.
fouled.
Under the hoop, gets it to go. 8-point lead, timeout, Springboro. Full 60 are taken.
See McGraw, we're gonna look at this. Look at this foul here that was missed. Grabbed the arm, but McGraw lays it in for his 5th and 6th point of the game.
And to begin the half, we really had back and forth action, but it looks like Fairmont has really settled in and started to expand on this little lead they've created, getting it up to 8 points for the game. That is the highest lead in the game so far. Biggest lead.
So it's conference championship weekend this weekend. Any picks for the Super Bowl?
A lot of people have been calling me crazy, but I have the Commanders winning against the Eagles. I do not trust the Eagles in big games, especially after last year. And this year, they did look a little bit shaky against the Rams. And I think one of the only reasons they won that game is because of the weather. And if the Commanders played like they did against the Lions, I could see them 100% taking home the victory and going to the Super Bowl. And Chiefs-Bills, it's a toss-up. I'll probably go Chiefs just because it is the postseason and they'll have the refs in order to help them. Please don't find the NFL.
What are you saying, that everything everybody else knows?
Well, Joe Mixon got fined $50K for a tweet he didn't even make. So,
Well, if somebody from the NFL is watching this, I mean, I saw on Twitter that Buffalo's already been called for 2 pass interferences. That is the 3rd on Baker. But I agree. I'm going to go Bills and
I'm going Chiefs.
no, Chiefs don't. Chiefs cannot win again. I know. Buffalo needs to get out and just curb stomp them in this game. You get up and they score at all, you just keep going, keep piling it on them. The Chiefs are the worst 15-2 team that I've ever seen in NFL history.
Yet somehow they are in the conference championship game.
Oh, because of the refs. I mean, when 2 Texans players hit each other and they call a pass, roughing the passer, or unnecessary roughness.
Unnecessary roughness, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very questionable calls.
Questionable is a
understatement.
Yeah. I was caught up on the word.
And there's Baker making his first free throw. That'll get him to 6 points on the day. And he hits his second.
Like, I don't see how Patrick Mahomes was named a finalist for the MVP. What did he do? Nothing.
Now, I think the MVP should get a Saquon Barkley, personally. How about you?
It's a quarterback award. They just need to rename it and just call it the quarterback award.
But it should go to Saquon Barkley.
I would say, I mean, MVP is for the most valuable player, and you want to give it to it. You've got to look at who of the finals. Thornton almost comes away with the steal. Of the finalists, who has played the biggest role on their team that if they wouldn't have had the season that they did? Saquon had a phenomenal season. Josh Allen had a phenomenal season. And Joe Burrow had a phenomenal season.
And so did Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson is a running back. No.
Whoa. Oh. He is a cannon now. Coming out of college, maybe so, but he has
Lamar Jackson, you take Lamar Jackson off, they can still turn around and inherit Derrick Henry 75 times.
They did it.
You went and added a Hall of Fame running back to the Ravens. That's not improved. That Lamar Jackson didn't improve.
His deep ball's gotten better.
No, it should go, I'm going to say, I agree with Saquon getting it because of what he did. I don't agree with Sirianni resting him so he couldn't break Dickerson's record. That was a bunch of bull. But we all know it's going to go to a quarterback, so it would probably go Allen and then Burrow. It could go either way with those 2.
I don't think they'll give it to Burrow just because the Bengals didn't make the playoffs.
But, I mean, still, the numbers he put up.
I don't think. Well, then you could bring Lamar Jackson in the conversation with the numbers.
Lamar Jackson didn't get his team got better. Everybody else's team got worse. Fairmont almost got tagged for a double team.
There's 4-on-1.
Baker catch and shoot. 3 is
Gets
good.
it to go. Brock Baker finally heating up, putting that up to a 10-point lead. As we have
him 10 points in the game too.
Gutman finding Rambo. Rambo having a good game today. Kind of cooled off in the second half. Air ball.
I thought he was about to take that too.
Yeah. Rambo out to Davis, who just airballed back to Rambo. Rambo driving over to Gutman, who goes up.
Shot.
No good. Big rebound.
I was about to say the refs need to stop play. There's a kid in the middle of the paint.
That does not look good.
Is that Gutman?
That does look like Brady Gutman, the junior guard for this Springboro team. Very, very effective player. 52% from the field over the season. Started all 14 games for these Springboro Panthers. averages 8.4 and has the 3rd most assists in G-Walk. So this would be a huge loss, as it looks like they're working on his foot a little bit.
He's not putting pressure on it. There he is. A round of applause comes from the fans in the stands, and kind of surprised that they're going to keep him there. Normally the trainer will take him back and look at him in the locker room. But it looked like he probably just rolled his ankle.
Yeah, you hate to see that, especially from such a talented player. And there's Rambo.
Play's got to continue. Rambo.
No good. Breaker with the rebound. Gentili. He gets the ball over to Baker. Baker finds Ralston. Over to Baker. Baker pump fakes. Finds Howard. Howard to Ralston. Ralston over to Gentili. Gentili finds a wide open Baker in the corner. Front rim. 3. Rebound. Binwall. Springboro taking it slow. Rambo taking it up the court. Finds Drew Davis.
Binwall having a nice game on the defensive end, but only 2 points in this game.
Another deep 3 from Rambo, and he hit them in the first half, but he has to stop shooting those if he wants to give the Panthers a chance to win this game. That is his 3rd deep 3.
14 at the half, has had 1 free throw.
And Baker with a tough finish. No foul called, but he doesn't need a foul because he gets those 2 points to go.
Baker attacked Binwall and went up. Big man versus a little bit of a smaller man.
And Gutman with a strong finish over Howard. We've got Ralston to Gentili. Over to Howard, who is guarded by Binwall. Howard's looking for a pass here. Finds Gentili. Gentili. And that is a nice.
Springboro fans want an overback call, but it was tipped. Baker, circus pass out. Now Gentili with 20 seconds left.
10-point game here. Gentili sizing up his defender over to Baker. 11 seconds, 10 seconds. Baker, baseline jumper, rattles out. 5 seconds to go. Here comes Springboro. Rambo for 3.
Short.
Air ball to end the quarter, and Rambo has just cooled off this quarter. And that is the story of the Springboro Panthers, the second half so far. Got 8 minutes left in this game. Your MVCC Game of the Week presented by Bumble Roofing and the very delicious City Barbecue. Particularly enjoyed their bread.
I don't think it's anything special. It's just a wheat bun.
It tastes great right now.
10-point lead for the Firebirds here as they'll get the ball to start the 4th.
There we got Gentili looking to inbound. Finds a man. Gentili back with the ball. Over to Thornton. A little jab step too. Gentili triple team, gets through it. Goes up with it. Blocked by Binwall.
And here comes looking for a foul.
Springboro. Splits the defenders. There he is. Here he is, Carson Gutman for three. The big guy, a decent three-point shooter, shoots 34% from the field. From three, sorry. Gentile is ready to inbound this ball. Can't find anybody. Now he can.
Bailey.
There's Thornton taking the ball up the court.
Now you let one of the better ball handlers bring it up.
As McCraw gets it over to Gentile. He gives over to Bailey. Bailey looking for Hauer. Hauer, nice little move there. Get himself rid of the defender, and there's Gentile. Face guarded by Bimwall.
This is an advantage for the Firebirds with Gentile's speed. Try to isolate that maybe more out. Here you give Gentile an area to drive the paint, and he goes up. And do they count it? Okay, they do count it.
Excellent drive by Gentile.
Foul is on Gutman, his second team's first.
Shooting the and one is Gentile.
This to put the Firebirds back up 10. Now you got some substitutions for Springboro coming in late there.
Jack Reger, he's only appeared in 7 games for the Firebirds this year. Sorry, for the Panthers. He's 13 total points on the year. Does not see the floor a lot. He's 5 for 10 over the entire season on field goals.
Fairmont takes a 30-second timeout there. Up 10, a minute, and just over a minute gone.
I'm not that bad.
All right, out of the Firebirds timeout, it'll be Burrow inbounding the ball.
Yo, Gutman, who found Rambo. Out to Gutman, who's gonna attack. He's gonna get the tough two over Gentile. The battle between Gutman and Gentile. 18 points for Gutman, 20 points for Gentile. Excellent games from these two gentlemen, and honestly, impressive outings every single night they produce for their team usually.
Bailey had his drive cut off. 3 attempts, no good there by, I think that was Bailey in the corner. I didn't see, the bench stood up.
It was Bakai Bailey, hit the front rim. Not that it does not get it to go, but Thornton on the ball after they do get the offensive rebound after it bounces a little bit. Bailey.
Surprised to see Baker's not out there on the court.
He is at the scores table ready to check in after
Gentile,
this.
a little bit of space, gets it to roll in.
Scores with the contact. And there is Reger, and it is a dropped, and Thornton gets the lay to go, and this is slowly falling apart for these Springboro Panthers, down by 12. Great screen there by Gutman.
It was just 6 a few minutes ago. Now it's up to 12.
There's Rambo, little spin into Gutman. Gutman backing down his defender. Little shot from inside the paint and gets it to go. And a couple substitutions will be made here. Brock Baker looks to be going into this game for the Firebirds. As we see another look at the layup from Thornton. 5:20 left in this game. 10-point game. Firebirds winning by 10. And as always, this Varsity MVCC Game of the Week is brought to you by Bumble Roofing and City Barbecue. Is that me? Oh.
Schedule.
Oh, yeah. Upcoming games and your MVCC games of the week. We have on
Let's see, Tuesday, the 4th of February, we'll be out at Valley View, be Oakwood at Valley View. We chance to take a look at the new Valley View High School that they just finished this past summer. And then our MVCC Game of the Week finale, for those of you who want to join us on Valentine's Day. We'll be right back here at Trent Arena for Miamisburg and Fairmont.
no Valentine in sight for the both of us, so we will be at the basketball game. Where would you place Valentine's Day on the list of holidays?
Made up holiday.
That's what I would say.
It's a Hallmark holiday.
Just,
Will
and
Height
that's a nice
shot.
bucket from Gutman.
That was Will Height.
Is Gutman not number 0?
No, that was number 1. Gutman's
shoot.
not even on the court.
Oops. I can read numbers. There's Baker, nice little feed.
Oh.
Missed layup.
Well,
by
Howard's, though,
Howard.
fighting for the rebound.
Foul is called.
And a timeout called, I think, before the foul. And they're going to grant Fairmont the timeout. 4:35 left. It's still a 10-point game, so not over yet. You take a look here at Will Hyde's shot. Going to go up.
Some of that athleticism we saw on the football field this past year in the fall.
So you want to know what the important holidays are?
Thanksgiving football, Christmas football, 4th of July.
No, you've got March Madness, you've got the Super Bowl, Thanksgiving Day football, and Christmas Day NBA.
Yeah, you also got the NHL playoffs.
Nah, I don't. The what?
The NHL playoffs.
Nah. I'm not a big hockey fan.
Should get into it. You don't get it, you're not from a hockey city like Pittsburgh.
And you know what they call Pittsburgh?
The Bird. Can't get the Yinzers at. If you get the Yinzers coming after you, I'm telling you, it's not a good look.
That'll be the third foul on. Was that Gutman? Or no, that's the 4th on Davis. So Davis just in here for fouling purposes, it seems like. He's got all 4 in this, or 3 of his 4 in this quarter.
Yeah, no points for Davis yet.
He's getting on the stat sheet though with 4 fouls. Probably a 5th one if it gets into under 10 points. Baker catch and shoot 3 in the corner.
No good. And there's Jaden Rambo taking the ball up the court.
Has gone quiet. 1 free throw in this half.
And if you're Springboro here, you have to score quickly. And that is
Meek
not what you
intercepts
need.
that. Or Meek
Nice
intercepted
job by McGraw with the steal. Thornton with the lay-in. I thought he was going to dunk it. He got his head above the rim,
Yeah, he is not going to dunk.
unfortunately.
Foul called. That'll be a foul on Fairmont. Foul is on Bailey. That'll be his 3rd.
Especially.
There's a technical free throws.
Ooh, that is not what you're looking for, as they had a Carson Gutman, who is a 83% free throw shooter. Pretty good from the line. Only makes 1 of them. And there is, thankfully, Brady Gutman is back in the game. Looks like his ankle is okay. And
Turnover there by the Panthers. Howard out to Thornton. Thornton
Baker,
to Baker.
Foul, obvious foul. If it would have fallen down, that could have been ugly.
It's an 11-point lead for the Firebirds.
3:41 left in this game. Baker trying to extend the lead, shooting 2. Makes the first.
Scoreboard doesn't have Baker in there.
And Baker rattles in and out for the second
McGraw the
free throw.
board. McGraw goes back up with it.
What a beautiful bucket from Jaden McGraw. The 3rd leading rebounder in GWalk, and you can see why. With a beautiful rebound and a putback. And there's Will Height taking it to the rack, and he just turns it over.
I don't know
And
why
here's
he didn't
Howard.
go up with the shot.
Howard past to Baker, foul.
You could almost tag that as an intentional foul because he was swatting both hands, looks like at his wrist. Wasn't making a play on the ball at all.
And we can see the replay here on the pass to Baker. And yeah, that...
Ooh, no, Meek was nowhere near that. That'll be Meek's first. I'd like to see what Brock Baker's points were because I think the last time I looked he was at about 16, maybe 17. He's went to the free throw, made 3 of his last 4, and I think he had a layup in transition too.
Yeah, it's probably around 20 points, I would say, on the day. Looking back in form, as there is Gutman with a move on Baker, gets it to go. Gutman consistent as always, 23 points today, tying Gentile with the most points for the day, and Gentile drives to the hoop.
Gentile kicks it back up top to McGraw.
And there's
Brock
Baker.
takes a shot to the face that wasn't called. McGraw's going to drive.
Oh,
And a big
my goodness. What a tough bucket
layup
from
through contact.
Jaden McGraw. And that is the type of toughness you like to see out of.
McGraw gets it on the feed. Nice screen there by Ralston to go through. Takes 2 with him. Goes through the contact of Gutman.
And this Springboro student section is sitting down in disbelief. They came out all this way to Kettering, and
They didn't have that big of a student section. So.
well, like half of them left already.
Oh, that's just bad.
trying to beat the traffic. See, I parked in the gym parking lot, so I should be out of here pretty fast.
What do you mean you parked in the gym parking lot?
Of the Kettering Rec.
Oh, I thought you meant like the gym back here. I was like, then you're not going to get out of here that quick. Baker trying to dribble baseline.
There's Gentili. Gentili, couple dribbles. To his left.
Ralston, three.
No.
No good. Out of bounds, so I think it's going to stay with Fairmont.
And it'll be Springboro's ball as McCraw was the last to touch the ball.
I thought Gutman, or that might have actually been Rambo.
What? Little miscommunication on the sub. They don't know what is happening.
Come on, refs. Let's just hurry up and get out of here. 16-point lead for the Firebirds.
Jared obviously has places to go tonight. Places
home.
to be.
Go back home.
The court is home.
I do enough of my court days through the rest of the week.
As here we have Gutman taking the ball up the court and feeds it in. Back to Gutman.
Springboro just taking
way too much
time.
Great defense by Fairmont here. No open shots and they just throw it away. And Brock Baker
almost
picks up the turnover and
would have just let it go out of bounds.
Gentili looks at Thornton. And now Fairmont's just going to take their time running their offense.
You're going to see a platoon shift here for the Firebirds. You're going to see, let's see, that is Sawyer Newman.
You're going to see
Frank
Dunwoody
Lagisha,
come in
Dunwoody
after playing the JV game.
Trying to see some other numbers. 25, Logan Lowry.
Frank Magisa, who used to play JV at the beginning of the season. He's now a varsity player. Got a whole new roster out here as Stringer gets it into Dunwoody. He passes it over to Newman. Newman back over to Stringer. Finds Magisa. Magisa to Dunwoody. Dunwoody over to Stringer. Stringer dribbles along the arc. And he finds Lowry.
Gets it back now.
Newman down the baseline. Gets fouled on the way up. And that will be two that Newman will be shooting with 1:02 left in this fourth quarter. And barring
nothing.
One of the craziest comebacks I think I would have ever seen in my life. This game is pretty much set in stone.
I was about to say, there is nothing that could happen. There ain't a four-point shot out there like on the Harlem Globetrotters, so Springboro is going to have to make
thank God. That would
4 threes.
That would be horrible if there's a 4-point shot.
Everybody be taking it.
Yeah, exactly. Curry would just be out there just...
Curry would be making them, though.
Yeah. So would LeBron.
No. 3 attempt here for the Panthers. That's off the back of the iron.
And here's Mogisa.
Here's the start the buses chance coming from the Fairmont band.
Newman over to Magisa. Magisa, a little jab step out to Dinwiddie.
Take a look at the student section, and it's like you got 3 down here on one end, and you got them all piled up, going up kind of like stairs the rest of the way.
It's very odd.
If you start at the left side, the student section goes all the way to the top.
Start at the right.
You start at the right, it goes up 3 steps.
Very interesting layout here. Newman takes the 3.
Fairmont's going to just dribble this one out.
Nope, no, they're not.
No, Newman going in, driving for some contact, and going to go to the line.
Newman wants points.
He has 1.
He wants some stats that he can put on his Huddle mixtape.
3 free throws. It's not going to be enough to be putting on a mixtape. That's not even to get through the opening sequence of any song.
He might have stuff from other games, Jared. Newman has played in 9 games so far. He Last game was his best game where he scored 8 points in the 70-47 loss to Lakota West. 27% field goal shooter. As we have Bailey for three, drills it. 4 student section people from the Panthers go crazy, but this game is going to be over as Mugisa dribbles it out. 66-50 for the Fairmont Firebirds over the Springboro Panthers for your MVCC Game of the Week. Presented by Bumble Roofing and City Barbecue. For Jared Bergstrom, I'm Lucas Quintero-Manowski. Good night.